Hey, it's Niamh, and in this video, I'm going to share with you what I don't like about my internet marketing system. Stay tuned. Now, as many of you know, if you've been following me on my channel for any amount of time, I've built myself an online business going from scratch, from zero money through to over $250,000. It's over $250,000, and that's really rare, in the industry and in the business that I'm in. And a lot of times when I talk about that story, people sort of go, "Well, what's the catch?" And sounds too good to be true, and there must be something wrong with it. And the truth is that, wait for it, there is no such thing as a perfect business. There is no such thing as a perfect internet marketing system. So when you understand that, it actually is an enormous relief, because it means you can stop looking for the absolute perfect thing. And you can find what suits your circumstances, your skill sets, what it is that you're looking for in a business, and just run with it. Now, the truth is, you're probably going to have a couple things that you don't love about the system that you find. And I am going to be crystal clear with you and tell you a couple of the things that I don't like about the system that I use. Number one, I don't like the cheese factor of the videos. Just the nature of talking about online marketing seems to come with a little bit of cheesiness to the videos, a lot of, stories with the moving music in the background and all that stuff. And I love hearing the stories, but sometimes the cheese factor gets me a little bit. Number two, I think that there are too many examples in my system of people who have made a lot of money. Now, I'm not trying to make strength sound like a weakness, like they tell you to do in interviews, But honestly, I find that the talk about big amounts of money can make it a little bit hard for someone who's just coming into something to grasp what that really means. Like, so if someone talks to me about, I've made $1 million online, I don't have a concept of what it would be like to have $1 million. That just, it sounds nice, but it doesn't actually grab me emotionally. It doesn't feel real to me because it's a number that I haven't spent a lot of time with. Okay, so maybe in the future I'll look back at this video and go, "Oh, Niamh, $1 million is nothing, and that's just," and of course you can grasp that. But at the time of recording this, I've never had $1 million, so I don't know what it would feel like. And so sometimes I feel like, and I'm not saying everyone in the system has earned $1 million, no, but there's a lot of examples of people who've earned a lot of money. And occasionally the people who've earned some money don't get the same airtime. So you don't hear about the stories of people who are, just paying off their bills using the system, being able to support their families. And there are a lot of stories, but I think they get overshadowed a little bit by the big, flashy money stories. So that's one of the things that I don't love. I wish that more people, and the truth is there's just so many examples that it becomes a little bit challenging. But I'd like to hear more and more of the stories of people who are paying their bills, of people who are, making their first sales online, who are, just being able to make small life changes on their way up to the big life changes, because it's a step-by-step process. Like, I wasn't immediately earning, over $100,000 a year. When I first got started, I was kind of earning a couple hundred a month, and then after a little bit, I had kind of worked my way up to, then it kind of jumped significantly up to like $5,000 in a month, which was more than I'd ever made in a job. And then I was replacing my jobs, and then the lifestyle started changing, but I couldn't quite see the big leap until I'd made the smaller steps. So I think it's really important that for me in the system, one of the things I love doing is spending time in the Facebook group, because then I get to see, there's testimonial threads, and I get to see all the people who are earning their first ever checks online, their first ever amount of money online. They're paying off their bills. They're paying for their children's private schools or their children's special needs schools. They're making sure that that they're getting what they want from the system, and I think that sometimes systems talk so much about, luxury lifestyle, when that's not really what the average person wants. For me, luxury lifestyle, whatever, I want to feel like I have time with my kids, to feel like I have time with my partner, freedom of pursuit. I talk about that all the time on this channel. You know, I just want to have time to read, to sew, to do the things I like to do. And I want to live in a way that I feel comfortable, but is nice. Is you know, like, we have upgraded our home, but we've moved to the countryside, so it hasn't cost us anymore. You know, it's just like, it's a shift. It's a lateral shift. So we've been able to do the things that we want to do from having the income. Now, when you're looking at a system, it's not so much like identifying what's wrong. I just want to be really clear with you. But I also you want to think about what has to be right. What is it that you want? So for me, I really wanted leverage. I didn't have a lot of internet skills. So I wanted something that could teach me while I went, but only gave me like one thing to handle. Because when you're trying to learn multiple skills at once, it's super, super challenging. So I wanted something that's like, they take care of an enormous amount of it. Like, so an enormous amount of my system is automated, and then I still have to work hard, but I'm working on one piece. So I'm working on, sending traffic to a link. That's my job. And then all the rest of it is taken care of by the system. And all the rest of it, that's probably stuff I could have learned. It's internet marketing funnels and follow-ups and all these other things. But it's been really, really beneficial to focus on one thing, and I could actually get good at it. So that's what I was looking for, is something automated and something leveraged. Like, so the more that I worked, the more exponentially it would work for me. So like the videos that I made a year ago still work for me while I make more videos, if that makes sense. So that's the couple of things that I don't love about my system. As I said, it's not perfect. Nothing out there is perfect. But if you want to change your life, it's time to find something that fits what you're looking for and to just go for it. There is an enormous amount of power in choosing something and then running with it and taking massive amounts of action, going for it. So I appreciate you so much. If you're curious about the system that I use, make sure to click the link so that you can check it out and you can see for yourself if this might be the right system for you.